When Sony released the A6600, I was planning on doing a whole video talking about how it wasn't worth the upgrade. I wasn't moving from my A6400, but 6 months later, the price has dropped, and now the price is right.
Perfect.
A6600 has two key new features which made me really want to upgrade, and that's IBIS as well as the larger battery size. It has a couple more improvements over the A6400, but those two are like the really big ones that I'm looking forward to. And the reason why I upgraded, though I didn't feel like it was worth it at $500 more, but at $300 more, as well as in a bunch of accessories that was included with this, it made it a much easier decision to upgrade now than it was when it was first released 6 months ago. But the in-body image stabilization is definitely missing from the A6400, and I've been shooting handheld a little more often now with my favorite lens. It's a Sigma 16mm 1.4, which also doesn't have any stabilization, so it's kind of hard to shoot handheld with that combination, as well as the larger battery capacity. A6400 battery was pretty trash. I have about 4 batteries and I just run right through those. So having a larger battery, the A6600 will go a long way. Well, I'm hoping it goes a long way. When I test it out, we're gonna find out. But yeah, also the A6600 has a larger grip. I don't know if that's gonna make any big difference. I ain't feel like I had an issue with the grip of the A6400. Also, the headphone jack is also added on here. I mean, it's probably some few other changes, but those are a couple of the standout features that was added to the A6600. So let's not waste any more time and open this box up. If I could ever get this tab to pull. All right, what we got up in here? I got the books on top. Books on top. Some Sony books. Nothing here. Slide this to the side. Crack that open. Oh, the camera strap. I have another camera strap that I like much better than this, so I don't plan on actually using this camera strap. Cool that it's included, but it's alright. This is your viewfinder cover. I never put this on my A6400, didn't need it. I don't look through it too often, so yeah, it's fair to say anything, I won't put that on. Charging brick, just regular USB charging brick. So this is one of the things I feel like Sony really slacked on, was including micro USB instead of USB-C. I don't understand like the reason for this even still being around with USB-C, but it is what it is. Micro USB charging cable. And here goes that big boy battery, which is much larger and heftier than the other battery for the 6400. Let me do a quick comparison. Look at the big difference here. The A6400 battery feels like a toy compared to this huge battery for the A6600. And I believe this is the same battery that is used on the A7 line. So this should come a long way with the A6600, but I'll test it out. What else is in here? Nothing else. All right, let's get to the camera. Woo. Okay. Maybe this grip actually does make this feel quite a bit better. When I unboxed the A6400, you can kind of see my reaction is quite a bit different. I was a little bit overwhelmed with all the buttons and stuff with A6400, but I've been using that camera for about a year now. It's not much difference here, so I'm used to this. This doesn't scare me. I'm cool with it now, but I can see, yeah, it's kind of pretty much the same buttons here. Maybe this menu button sticks out a little more. I think these buttons do stick out a little more. You have also, yeah, you do have an extra custom button. I don't used custom button too often. I mean, I do have my 2 custom button configured on the A6400, but I don't use them that much. At the on and off switch, nothing too much different. Okay, this door is a little wider, and I'm guessing it's a little longer because it has the headphone jack included in there too now. The headphone jack, the mic jack, that HDMI, and the micro USB. I don't get it. I really just don't get the reason for including the micro USB instead of USB-C. Oh, that's a huge opening. Let me drop the battery in here to see if it has any juice. It probably don't. It's always my luck that it never have any juice, but power this on real quick. Let's see. Oh, battery exhausted. Not surprised. All right. Take a second, charge this up real quick and set it up. Not only did they reduce the price of the camera, but I got a couple extras. I got a SD card, pretty good SD card. I use this same kind, but I use the 128. This is 64 gig. So it's cool that it gave me an XD card with a package. Also, I got this cool bag with B&H. It's a camera bag that came with the camera for the same price. And it's actually pretty cool. It feels high quality. It's a nice, actually a nice bag. Pretty nice bag actually. I think the original price of this is like one something, like 120, 130. So it's a pretty good deal when you buy the A6600. I actually like this bag. I think I'm gonna actually use it. It's just enough space for the camera. Probably squeeze like 2 lenses in there and some accessories. So that's cool. I also said the 16mm was my favorite lens, but I've been dabbling in some photography, so I went ahead and grabbed the Sigma 56mm. I really like these Sigma lenses. So let's see what's there. All right, come out. Nothing special here. So this lens is got some heft to it. It's pretty small, but it got some heft to it. It's a Sigma 56mm. Should be able to take some pretty good pictures and video with this lens. Get a tighter shot. It's the lens hood. Seen one lens, you seen them all, I guess. All right, let me charge this battery and set all this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I finally finished setting everything up the way I like it, and it took me about an hour to get my settings right. It would have been cool if Sony added a way for you to like just copy your settings over from an old camera and added it to a new camera. That would have saved me so much time. I know a lot of people complain about Sony menus, but I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, it could be better, yeah. But like the main things I use all the time, I just add them to like my favorites. So I just go through there and add them to my favorite settings. And yeah, I never really have to dive into all of the settings every time I need to do something. Also found a new appreciation for the custom buttons. There are quite a bit, pretty much 4 new custom buttons on here, and I set those up too, and I think I'm gonna start using those more. The buttons overall on the A6600 feels much better than the A6400. I don't want to do too much of a comparison on that, but it's kind of hard not to compare the two. But yeah, I like the buttons on here. They stick out a little more. They feel a little more firm. They're easier to press. So I like the buttons on here. The screen seems a little more stiff, maybe because my 6400 has been like worked in a lot, so it doesn't feel as stiff as this one feels now. This one probably would feel a little looser after a while. But I know a lot of people don't like the flip up screen. To me, the flip up screen is better than that flip out screen. And I know one reason why people don't like it because it blocks the hot shoe, cold shoe mount. But quick thing for this, while I was recording this video, this came in the mail. So what this is a cold shoe relocator that just dropped on here. It's from Smallrig. It cost about, what, $27? It actually got here faster than I thought. It said it's gonna take about 10 to 20 days, but it got here about, what, 4? So I ordered this and it just came in. I have one for my A6600, but the one I have for the A6600 just goes on part of it. It goes to like the right side and it covers up the hot shoe mount. But with this new design, it actually allows you to still use the hot shoe mount if you need to be, as well as provides you 2 additional cold shoe mounts to mount like a microphone or whatever on the right side or on top. But it's cool. I'll throw it on there in a second after I'm probably done with this video. But for now, let's go ahead and swap out my main camera with this one to see what it looks like. Okay, the first thing I've noticed is the eye autofocus. It's kind of weird looking at. Normally I'm used to seeing like the face autofocus when I'm looking into the screen, but the eye autofocus is just jumped out on me. I don't really think it makes a big difference because I never had an issue with the face autofocus, but maybe after I review the footage, it probably does make a difference. I don't know. Thought it was more so for pictures than for video, but additional feature, not gonna knock it. This is what it looks like. I didn't expect to see anything different. But looking at the screen, I mean, it looks like the same thing. I'll check it out once I load it up on the computer, but right now, image quality, I didn't expect it to be any different. It's all the same right now. I might drop a full comparison video of the 6400 versus the 6600. I don't know, I might do it, maybe not. But this was part 2 of my 2020 studio upgrade. I'm gonna have that 6600 as my main camera, and then I'll have my 6400 as my top down camera. Cause I always wanted the multicam setup. It's also gonna save me some time while I'm doing my unboxings or whatever, so I have to keep switching one camera back and forth. So it should be good, speed up the process a little bit. Okay, that's it. This was another Joe Tech Talk. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.